So I want to pull something because we started earlier conversation that you're actually leading back segue for. When we talk about how do we talk and raise our children, right? So the conversation we were kind of having as we were just kind of sitting around, you have a 3-year-old son, Zach.
Yes.
Zach is, and what was the term you used?
He's a Blexican.
A Blexican. Blexican meaning?
He is Mexican and black.
Mexican and black.
African American.
African. So we started talking, and I have 3 children. I am a black male. My wife is black, so our children are black African American children. And the conversation I asked you was, when you start teaching him about his cultures and history, how do you approach that? So, for example, for me, I start with my black history. My kids know black history. We absorb black history. Everything we do is around us as people. You're in a situation where you have a child who is Blexican, black and Mexican, and has to try to navigate both worlds. Now, what's interesting is you told us about what he looks like and the situations you went through prior to that.
Right.
Talk on that. What was that like?
So, okay, this conversation came up a while back with me and my wife. It all of a sudden hit us, like, how do we blend? How do we blend? Like, I remember when we first got married, getting our families together was it was so much anxiety. Like, how do we approach this situation? You're talking about Mexican and black people. When they get together, anything could happen, really, right? You're talking about two very strong families with very strong opinions. So we already had that in the back of our heads, and to how to introduce Zachary into this was very difficult. However, I think my wife has done a good job with her part, introducing him into, their culture. And I am trying my best to do the same on my part. However, it's difficult when you're trying to find out your own culture. That's difficult, right? So there's so many things that I don't even know that I'm figuring this thing out because, again, my roots only grew but so far.